It's been over 3 years since Hawkeye dropped on Disney+, and fans have been eagerly waiting for more ever since. The show brought Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton together with Kate Bishop, introducing her as a fresh new face in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and forming a fun, unlikely partnership. Along the way, we got appearances from other big MCU names like Yelena Belova and Kingpin, making it a pretty entertaining miniseries. As for a Season 2, things are still a bit unclear, with some insiders hinting at possibilities. At this point, though, it might make more sense to turn any future storyline into a full-blown MCU movie. So, will we get a second season or a film? Let's dive into everything we know so far. The future of Hawkeye is still under wraps, with no official announcements yet, but rumors suggest it could drop sometime between the next two Avengers movies, slated for 2026 and 2027. Word on the street is that the story might take inspiration from The Raid, confining Clint Barton to a single setting for the entire narrative. While this could build tension, whether it's between him and Kate or with his brother Barney, who's expected to make an appearance, it also comes with risks. Audiences might crave variety in a TV series, and a confined setup could test their patience. In contrast, a movie could handle this format more effectively, immersing viewers in the high-stakes environment without the interruptions of episodic breaks. This makes a feature film seem like a smarter way to tell this kind of story. Disney has been leaning into bringing back heavy hitters for big-screen projects, like the rumored returns of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans for Avengers Doomsday and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine finally joining the MCU. While these moves generate buzz, some of the upcoming films, like Captain America: Brave New World and Thunderbolts, come with risks, given the focus on newer or less established characters. Even Spider-Man 4 has hit script snags. A Hawkeye movie, starring a character with over a decade of MCU history and a proven fanbase, could provide a much-needed steadying presence. Despite being part of the MCU since 2011's Thor and appearing in 8 films, Clint Barton remains the only original Avenger without a solo movie, a missed opportunity given how much time has been spent building his backstory, from his family life to his bond with Black Widow. A Hawkeye movie would stand out from the usual superhero fare, leaning more into spy thriller vibes due to Clint's grounded abilities. MCU films that deviate from the formula often do well, and this could be no exception. Whether the film sticks with the rumored one-location concept or takes a broader approach, it would serve as a platform to develop Kate Bishop further while finally giving Hawkeye his moment on the big screen. The movie could work as either a fitting conclusion to Clint's MCU journey or the next chapter in his story. But either way, it feels like a better choice than a second season of the Disney Plus series after such a long wait. In January 2023, Jeremy Renner experienced a serious snowplow accident that left him with significant injuries, including blunt chest trauma and orthopedic damage. After spending a year in recovery, he made his acting comeback in January 2024 with the show Mayor of Kingstown. However, Renner revealed on the Smartless podcast that he felt terrified about returning to acting, describing it as a tough mental hurdle to overcome. He admitted that while it was easier to slip back into a familiar role like the one in Mayor of Kingstown, he couldn't imagine tackling a challenging or emotionally distant character, saying, "I'm still trying to live in reality. I'm trying to live. It was a big stretch. I still struggle with it sometimes." While Renner hasn't spoken about reprising his role as Hawkeye, there are reasons to consider it. Having played the character in 7 MCU films, Clint Barton is a role Renner knows exceptionally well. However, the physical demands of embodying Hawkeye could be daunting, especially after his injuries. A potential alternative could see Clint transition into a mentor role, a position he's already started to embrace. In the Disney Plus series Hawkeye, Clint's storyline focused on dealing with the long-term effects of his adventures, such as his hearing loss, while passing the torch to Kate Bishop. Kate has already proven herself as a worthy and impulsive successor, making Clint's guidance invaluable as she continues to grow into her role. This shift fits well with the MCU's rumored plans for a young Avengers team. The Marvel's post-credit scene teased the formation of the group, with Kamala Khan seemingly recruiting Kate Bishop as the first member. With Kate's close ties to Clint, it would be a natural progression for him to mentor the team. His decades of experience as an original Avenger lend credibility and create a direct connection between the old guard and this new generation of heroes. Bringing Clint into the fold as a mentor would also justify the young Avengers' name, tying their legacy back to the original team while establishing their own identity. This approach not only allows Renner to continue as Hawkeye in a less physically demanding capacity, but also helps solidify the team's place in the MCU. There's some buzz among insiders about what Scarlett Johansson and Jeremy Renner's potential returns as villains could mean for Avengers Doomsday. While neither actor has been confirmed to reprise their iconic MCU roles, the return of several original Avengers in the upcoming film has fueled speculation that Natasha Romanoff and Clint Barton could be next. Fan art from Refinity even imagines the duo as Hydra soldiers, echoing recent rumors that Chris Evans might return as a Hydra-influenced Captain America. This concept taps into the multiverse's vast potential, offering an exciting opportunity for Marvel Studios to bring back the original Avengers cast as twisted versions of themselves. Such a reunion would be a landmark moment, marking their first on-screen appearance together since Avengers Endgame, and could make Avengers Doomsday the MCU's most ambitious project. Having Black Widow and Hawkeye return as villains would bring a fresh dynamic to the MCU. Their morally gray histories as assassins lend themselves perfectly to this darker turn. Natasha could portray a version of Black Widow who remained loyal to the Red Room, while Clint could revisit his vengeful Ronin persona. Both scenarios would allow Marvel to explore the characters' darker sides, showcasing the ethical complexity they've always carried beneath their heroic exteriors. The idea of these two characters returning as villains is particularly compelling, given their emotional history. Natasha and Clint had one of the most powerful friendships in the MCU, and their heartbreaking final scene in Endgame left an indelible impression on viewers. This dynamic could be revisited in a Doomsday reunion, but with a sinister twist. However, obstacles remain. Scarlett Johansson may hesitate to return after her legal battle with Disney, and Jeremy Renner is still recovering from his serious snowplow accident. Even so, bringing Black Widow and Hawkeye back in a villainous capacity would be an exciting development for Phase 6 and could offer a unique way to reintroduce these beloved characters. There is speculation has been swirling about Marvel's next purple-clad Archer, and the buzz now includes Jack Champion potentially stepping into the role of Ultimate Hawkeye. At under 20, he fits perfectly with Marvel's plans for a young Avengers team comprised of younger characters. Jack's experience in action-heavy projects like Avatar: The Way of Water and Scream 6 proves he can handle the intensity of big ensemble casts and physically demanding roles. With his charisma and presence, he could easily bring a younger, skilled version of Hawkeye to life. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.